Hayabo and Sambia no every Sompa, yeah, the Baba Somosa, a real Promtobracasia, Bonacasia boyfriend. About Chanawana Faber Fronten Fidiano so. I am www.sompaonline.com. And ya don't walk off Facebook on so I double live. I am Sompa 93.1 no. And YouTube no I am Sompa TV. And then some more there near the Makotino be any. Attorney General they are to just say our man move for the galam say once and some way ka say nipa no ha wotwe aduonum na Ghana mamra any one mudi e for galam say
na Ghana Bar Association penimfo nhemu ekoso Kumasi Abonte so na Attorney General krono a wakasa de afa eye entete ene niema aban no aye ene yatemu atran no soso no bo awomo bo ama o my Ghana yekemamenke bi atu ampon
Ayera Kofi Akpalu wano so de nkrata akwa electoral commission se Ghana front no so ba na wa hyebo bi e de akere ne man
sa so na Vice President Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia so de nkrata nyina akwa electoral commission impedimfo electoral commission impedimfo aka kire onum se omo nkrata na be fi omani na omo ahwehwe niam mu ye
Oro John Dramani Mahama na bi MPP aban se anyambia no wanchi akwan ya won mo hyebo se won mo ye no ewayi
na no memenda PNC amanyoko no koto abaso mo yi awura no mabetuetu amanyoko na no ne obedi party nanim akwa prema mpani adwana bato no kwa wieye yate se opani ba ko a odi ntwo wo abato no mo na ebu afu pa emo se odi abato no nyina ekwa akodan court ebewram na yede nkomo awie
adanse don paso hero so dia futu ama Ghana for so obesresa afia bato no yemane nya sumdwi
abuzafo weni afoforo pinwan yakekese ne se kase ababia wo bia na wieye ba ne de aba besommo yemfa sedama nyuma ekoi
cloud internet na ya kan for dia ma wo se wo internet papa one month China was a walk express group na de wo to kwan and watch na mi zone 5G so aka hu bi 21st clinic is yan country so we sciatica expert enya sim kuma OCP Ghana Limited what the OCP fertilizers and so atayechi mizo and 5G drink and so aka hu bi o and na eso ye wiabre ya bo ansem do ya no a ya da kase boye mu hwam na gentra hankro former my so ebabesom asonfo benua enadwo awie ya tena said ye nkechema ebegu nsem nyina ho sewde ama wo eyeme akosia aje wakode boaten meniminia
nana ya obo malibi aboga
ensemi
ya hyase de free atemu atena ye ene atentene ne ho nsensem na Attorney General Yewura Godfrey Ebo Adame na ene Ghana Bar Association penimfo na chese Ghana lawyer fo nyina ekubata kesi omunhie mu a ya na omo etaye na afia no no omo esese eye emodemba Ghana lawyer for eboni atemu atena ye no edigu akwam sebe no meyen kanko ye nchichire ye mpuntu bewie peyo omo ebobo so na fidie no ekoso Kumasi Abonten so na enenam so ma ba lawyer penny lawyer Godfrey Ebo Adame de nsempia tutuga abobo nsem so atena ya hodo a eba na temu ene atentene ne ho nsensem o na Ghana mamra constitution ya mamra ne nchiama eretumi ama wonum se wo mo enhwe so no mo so mo de a wo mo eye de epion mai democracy ene yekemamenke bi amana tumpon na no owura Godfrey Ebo Adame chere so 2012 nim ene 2020 nim a o my Ghana yekokoto abana bato no a yekokoto ye nim nsem ko ebebrebe ene ebiwase MPP amanyuko ye so mo gitum anyeye ema 2012 no de kodan court mpenimfo atemu afo tenase wo mo etenase nde na oso mo ye ema omaye yekemamenke bi na etwa so no wo mo aye ne pepepe 2020 susu no yekokoto abasa mampeni da John Dramani mama ne ndi samanyuko no anya bato no nsunsanso antum eno susu ekopi atemu afo ene ajagefo animu no omo etenase de mra toto ho ehwese de oso omo susu omo ye ema omayi democracy ne yekemamenke bi no etumpon no omo eye nti o kire se kwa biso no yatemu atena ye ene atentene ne atena ye no omo susu omo chefa ene de oso abribi omo ye ema my Ghana yekemamenke bi tumpon no omo eye ne sane yese na efata Ghana Bar Association penimfo conference ya egusu a ekosi ena ban lawyer Yewura Godfrey Ebo Adame edisansemi etudwawase.
Since the inception of the Constitution in 1992, it bears emphasizing, I'll say the inception of the Constitution in 1983, because legally it started on 7 January 1993. It bears emphasizing that an election is a process, among other things, It includes the demarcation of boundaries, registration of eligible voters, the creation of voters register, printing of ballot papers, distribution of ballot papers to voting centers, supervision of voting, the casting of votes, counting and progress, processing of the votes, the declaration of the winner or winners. So far, I've not noticed anything untoward of the Electoral Commission's handling of the process. Even though Ghana has come far in consolidating democracy as a way of life, we can consider free and fair elections in this country as a matter of course. We cannot take that progress for granted. For this reason, we continue to talk about these things as a way of entrenching those undoubted values we hold dear and warding off potential wreckers of the peace of the nation. We must steadfastly resist the dishonorable deeds of those who, without cause, sow seeds of doubt in the ability of the Electoral Commission to organize a credible election. We must deplore, jettison, and without any reservation, reject rhetoric which fans the flames of conflict.
Observe nti we also for sure me ya tentrene ho nsensem no akrona saso ya ban lawyer Pennyura Godfrey Ebuadame ena yete ninke nananu si ya ena Chief Justice ma me Gertrude Araba Isaba Tokuno wono ena temu atena ye no woda no wono soso ede kakra esoso.
Mountaintop experience for me following the passage of the responsibility of Chief Justice to me in June 2023. Assuredly, God has been with me through this first year in office. I have experienced the grace of good health, sound mind, and the cooperation of the executive, the legislature, the judiciary, the bar, and the good people of governance. Peaceful, fair, and transparent elections, the key to sustainable democracy, unquote, speaks to what is on the heart of every Ghanaian. The electoral process is a legal process. It is conducted in accordance with a statutory framework. Equally, there are settled legal norms for determining any disputes arising therefrom. This requires that stakeholders come to the electoral process with full recognition and appreciation of the legal regimes surrounding it.
Observe nti we yoba penny a won show my Ghana atentre ne ho nsensem ma me Gertrude Araba Isaba Tokuno ena yete ninken.
Sa dwumadie yase no Yewa Godfrey Ebuadame ato aso akire mu se efra fempemienu ne aduonu ba ko 2021 na bapem sese no wose Ghana ban abomoden amenei atemu adwa no nkoa no atimi ahwe nipa be se ahanwotwe aduonum 850 ya galamse ho sensem na won mutu bi wo ma Ghana mu no ene mamara no ne won mu dipa wose wo hwemu aba kokora ne bokotodwam ya China ni ababawa aisha wan ya no wose wo ma Ghana yensu wane ya kwa bretu ahodo no wase aban no timi bɔ modern man nsa so ni mu ya enenne kura no won mu a monam kwati kwa so kwa bɔne so ɛsɛ o ma Ghana yensu wansuwa no Ghana mamra ene won mu die.
Mining, Galamsey, continues to cause incalculable damage to our forest reserves and water bodies. In the teeth of the difficulties prosecutors encounter in the courts in the prosecution of illegal mining offenses, the criminal division has enjoyed some success, even though there is still room for more to be done. From August 2021 to date, at least 76 persons, including 18 foreigners, have been convicted. They include the acclaimed Chinese Galamsey Queen, Aisha Wan, who was convicted on 4th December 2023 of offenses committed between 2014 and 2016 in the era of the previous government. Most of the convicts were sentenced under the new law at 995 to a minimum of 15 years plus a hefty fine for a non-Ghanaian. Currently, over 140, minimum of 15 years plus a heavy fine in the case of a Ghanaian, and a minimum of 20 years plus a fine for a non-Ghanaian. Currently, over 140 cases of illegal mining involving over 850 accused persons are being prosecuted in court in the Western, Eastern, Ashanti, Greater, and Upper East regions of Ghana.
I was say away Yewa Godfrey Ebuadame no na ya kwa ma no so na ne ma ne boni kwa me redu akwa kodi enkomo dwumadie yase no wono so e wo ho bia wo hwede ekọ kwa me ma hai
Madeza Rosia
kwa me bo asem nyina to fo fo ma ye wai
akwesha mamena was sabu ya minu kaze ni wo Kumasi University Singapore hanumu na sabu ya minu kaze wo na ni na ye omanyi mu alayefo nkabomu ku a afike bia no omu ye nhyiemu na omu hwe omu ho sedia omu dwude no esitie na fi omu fi sansama hodo bia atitake mu ma ebitumi wo mu nyeme bi hono a enkoye ni sidi bekoye nya omu si sadwene na ne puani behwe hanumu eni kaye se dwude ya no ade a oman metumi akase mpirifo ahodo nyina dodo na ndo ha utufo ewo ha na fi oman mu president yewa na danko akufuado ono so ewo ha situru bebe kan ho a omu na ewo ha na dwude no se de yedi ka akase na ba association no omu general conference omu ye ne wo keni wesi ha no ade adwumtani a yewa yawo achampo boafo ono ene sabe ya mikase wujire dwom a wakasa na wotre nsema hodo a ewu mu na bi a wodi tudwa ene se oman mu tudo bia ya na yese se wo behwe lawyer from penifo bi hon na parliament mpo sensem bi koso no se ye de nsem tudwa mpo obi ntumi seche no sen kase asem we de me lawyer ni na enni se ntumi ka ho asem ebi mu se komba se mpo judge bi so emeruru bi anase wode attention bi atan bi ma judgment bi a na akoye de se bubi so mentese na no so akoye nzembebri e de ama wo mo aho o chem se sa anime nyina ya bambu a ya na ba adwuma mu a etada case e de ma dwumedi amu edie no edi nti mpenifo hwe na wo mo ma wo mo ho emu nyedu na etimi aboa na dwumedi bi a omodi se alayefo no etimi ejina so pinti wakaze na bia nsema ahodo wa betodwa no so omudi hu ya baako yese wukọ central region from wodmo a ayade ye isuo nyina no sabenu dodo na so asaya memsema wata company podi ho amanebo de ba betudwa nyina wo ka ho asema fi galamsi ahodo wa so asaya isuo ahodo nyina no yewa opani ejina dwum a wodi hu amane na wo ka eche sanse omuye alayefo owo man no ayade ehia se omu so hwe ni ye na akosia media mu de komima nkabie yewa lawyer fam wo mbako obo ni kituo bisima ewo harum opani ma aha ade ba Sompa TV and radio so mejo so yo ene dwedie ya esimu naso yi wa ba han mu ohwe se de esi koyi a wo anka se dwedie no afi bia no mu bi achemu se o si hu to fa bom kaka edwumadi extra ni na kama se ekubia mu a ebraso a mo betimi ehia na madwendwene mo ho mo ahwe de ekoye di ankoye ene se de mo komo anim no kwan am be faso eko no pese bejina enti ayade a eye emakubia so betimi di adwuma no na wo hwe we a sonko a ne se baby aye edwumadi KNUST Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology no Rempimu asiedu opimso na mo awe chancellor no ono na tie dwam ene na president of the republic nso so wa afi pemibia o sefa pebia the justice leadership tokuno so ha enso ababi na hwe patronage ne membership said yes ya bana unso auditorium ni na ya mama cameras ne videos ni sisi abonten afi amanfo hwe pese ekuni ekua esomboa memberships no members in the funnel omo obi aho keka wo so ewo mu enti so far by ayanika ayefe and I akono no obi o mu bia to the one so be member of the about okay a lawyer we did and the firm George Opon lawyer George Opon akoja o nipa ba ko a Sompa de yere adwuma diguma wo hanka senti na me fa go make say brass say amampani ebekasa na eno so yehu dia ono so beka ade afadwuma na ho
yo ane anafo ne de kire ma yesa ko wasa mampanyine kasa so ano ato adiamaya abusia wai awia mane boni Kwame Redu na yetenin king
abusia for de mo free a lawyer for no nhie mu na se ne de makọ amanyosem na se yetie for pa o twere amponyankrompo mbase ya do ma hata mu nkomachi ototorobo nso tonso ba wi obotantimo a ode jafa dum ne mu nkom gire matata hyiramwo ebeka hye ne nso ya no pa no nsia kase nim ene de to mu ne mu se mpadimfo ya nhyehyeye ene na abato komesa de mpenim for etena se ewura no mo a omo epe president adie wo mayimu no a omo ekofa nkrata no ifri na ekoi na abato komesa de mpenim for ye nhihye so bibia okofa nkrata wa fele krata na wie no e so de koma electoral commission mpenim for e ma no pa ne de tumanim se eye ena no pa ya broso a be no ngotwe mpa mu de na vice president Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia ene ne dom MPP amanyuku mpenim for e kan ho no de nkrata akwa abato komisa de mpenim for matena ye kese a won krapompre mantemo na ediadanse se omo eni abrese afi abato no mampeni adwa no omo ebe pribi pa na emra yewra eye vice president Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia de nkrata e koma abato komisa de mpenim for ewieye no ma me Jedmensa oda abato komisa na dwuma ni nyina no eje nkrata no ehye eye vice president bo se nkrata ne de omo afeli awie nenso omo abato komisa de mpenim for omo edi abeda wo mu de omo ebe fi omo ne coach wisi a omo ne ti asante mo pepe se jare bob no omo edi ahwem samfum so bia eni huansa na so omo ebe giatumu a wono mo agiatuma me Jedmensa nsemo a odi to dwamra vice president ene ne dom edi omo nkrata akoma wo ma no pay enie.
This morning we are here to kickstart one of the most important processes in the lead up to the 2024 general elections. Indeed, without this process, the Commission cannot run the election. And here I'm referring to the filing of nominations by presidential candidates who are seeking to contest the 2024 presidential election. Regulation 7 of CI 127 enjoins a presidential candidate to complete and sign 4 copies of the nomination form, area of authority of each district person to serve as his or her vice president, required to deliver the forms to the Commission on the date prescribed by the Commission. Adopt a detailed checklist that embodies the criteria established by the Commission to scrutinize and review each nomination form submitted. As in 2020, the Commission has established 2 teams which have been tasked to review all forms submitted. The technical team has been tasked to review forms to ensure that the presidential candidates meet the qualifications as set out by law, namely that the candidate is at least 40 years of age, that he or she has satisfied all tax obligations, and that he or she has nominated a vice presidential candidate, among others. The second team, namely the IT team, has been charged with the responsibility of scrutinizing the voter ID cards of presidential candidates and their supporters, so as to verify whether the candidates and their supporters are indeed registered voters. Both teams have been provided adequate training and have been oriented to carry out their functions as prescribed by law.
Fonti we oba penny o my Ghana abato commission atena no dan no ma me Jedmensa ena yetene nkene no akiri vice president Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia ne domo a omsuso omo kosra omo ne ede omo nkrata akokoma wo mo no vice president esra Ghana for sese ekoto dwanim na eja ye dwampa ya yenka abato commission mpenim fo pavito madwuma wono mo eye no enafom vice president Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia.
All this, I believe, is in God's plans. Nothing really happens just by chance. I believe in life, the things that we do are ordered by God Almighty. And so I want to thank God Almighty for this morning, for the opportunity. And for me, it is personally a very historic opportunity to submit these forms for the first time as a presidential candidate. I want to pray and ask that we all pray for God's blessings for our dear country, Ghana. Because we are embarked on this process, which is an election, and these are part of the processes towards the December 7th election. And we need God to continue to bless our country. What we are trying to do is to help uplift our country. We don't want to tear down our country.
I was on phone to a Vice President Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia Tenike we mrenne oswa na nkrata nyina dakama e de koma electoral commission impeding for matna yekese a ewo enkran pumpuni mantem
LPG amanyokuo ya yero Kofi Akpalo di animu wono so adne nkrata akwa koma electoral commission sa na ebra wode ko ye no ene won nsɛmtwerɛfo ekasa atwese NPP ni NDC Ghana for ya so won mohwe Basa finshia duasam yenu ni ye hunu de obi ya betumi aye ye wose yesesa yensa no na yesesa ne de ma LPG amanyoku a wono Kofi Akpalo di animu no ne yahwese ensakra papa ntimi ma omaga na mu ana woso wono wadan na yamuo no ne yahya ne honkom sa emre baba mana bede Ghana anim sama mpanyini wobaba toto nioma ade omaga na kwobɔ asase ne so ya sabere ni anam sa yaso ntini wasra manfo pa sa afia bato ne ye ha ye hini na yento abapa ema LPG amanyoku no emetena so
na ense ye ba no fe na ye na get to 50 ah she be fine them say before the na yes LPG for so it also and ya be fine intino the documents e bibia ba e dey see bibia e true LPG you be winning election way say the bibia no you be winning election because the candidate you Gina Wabukuma South and I'm say are winning them. No winning it. You tell me winning it say. I could be a Ghana be a president. Janica. They said you have brought Chiam Kolakano. It's a could be a 500. It should be a 500. Honest benefit. Will be a 1 year to maybe 700 Ghana cities. The best is Kabakrum. That's all. I'm not going to secret my day. First, so university education, a very free. I'm going to be up to university. Senior high school. You're not Ghana. I will say, it's free. Now, some admissions of the school. Barcelona Omutimi and Tottenham, Omutimi touchables into Macafee. Send me a number president. I'll probably be JHS, our SSN. The money 2,000 Ghana, said J. Trunk. President, Galam say no. Oh, be a Galam say, yeah, we don't bet Nasi. Nama Koma boom. No more for large scale mining company. Because Sawonia Galam say for me 1 million. Now we are the 500 Kuraba and 500 million. To me new month, any Anglo day are complete. It is Adam Bessa, maybe Ghana following the only the resources. Now, as soon as I say no, my free and share only Galam say for me. Mine will handle but media forum, who pay attention to
Ayo senyuma da senira no wai ayapanyipa ya LPG amanyoko no de animu yero Kofi Akpalo
abzanfo yemfamo free LPG amanyoko na tena ye ne yemfamo enko PNC amanyoko no mo na no memenda ena PNC amanyoko no ye ntutu se omo eto aba no ma yewura no mo a ebetuachi amanyoko na no wo mayim na biem susu no omo sa so ato aba sa abrekro no a eyi pani obedi amanyoko no ni makwa prema mpani adwa ewo afia batu no mo na omo batu ekoso na no memenda no era no mienu ena epre wo mo emampani adwa dibre no ho wo amanyoko nim ora Bernard Mona epribi sasoso ena opani eye akpasara soso no ekoko pribi twa ni yesa ni fa wo amanyoko no mukosia ye Ghana fa na nyina ene otwe bawiate wotwe atwe nkrante nkwanta mampantwenom ni ade ade mukosia nyina eto abawie ye no na opani David akpasara akwakowe ema Bernard Mona ena dinkunim ewa bato no mo na ora na echesa bato no de wagitumu a enyeyi ifze memenda na no mo kwa akoto abakra no na party ne mabinom akokoto akwakoje koto krata de abeto abato no so a ne ne kwanse nkomoto aba na so abato komensa ne mpanimfo ebuomani gusane mani nyina so na kululu kwa so wo mo ema abato no koso a ekoko wie sancho fise ne bojo abato no so a enyeyi ora David akpasara ne nsem enie
easy to breach his own rules and proceed to conduct and supervise the election for our party on the face of an injunction summons has now put our party in a contemptuous situation. It has also created further division in our party. Ladies and gentlemen, the purpose and outcome of the said elections cannot be said to be free and fair, and cannot be regarded as constitutional and democratic. I therefore reject the outcome of the elections as held on the 7th of September 2024, and will do everything possible to ensure that the right thing is done under the spirit of the 1992 Constitution of Ghana. I remain a bona fide leader of the PNC until a properly supervised National Delegate Congress is held by the PNC. Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to assure you that we shall work hard to ensure that the PNC fields a presidential candidate for the 2024 elections. I am very grateful.
Fonti weye eyura David Akpasara na wamana nso a abatuo na mu no a womo eto yeso no okasa de fa on se ne akwasi broni aka asem se free and fair elections na bribia no wo se ye adwuma no se saade no ebi anya adwuma e wona no memenda abatuo no a PNC amanyuku ekokoto ye no nto no no Jesus sanso no etumu a enye ye na ofi se amfamra kwan so na sane ma no nyina koso nti kwan bia so no ebekwa kutwa e wo court.
Their posture leaves much to be desired. From my point of view now, they told me you have to pay us 92,458. This is the check. And you must pay this before we go and conduct the elections.
Did you pay?
This is the check. They didn't tell us we'll pay a check. So on Friday, my treasurer went there to pay. He said, no, go and put in a check. So we came back and we wrote the check. But that time was late to go and give them. And they said, unless the party pays them, they are not going to conduct the election. So who paid them the money? Who paid them the money? The money didn't pass through the party.
Fonti weye eyura David Akpasara kesensem na kwa koye bebrebe ofise kwane a party no mpanimfo kra ye nhihye mo mokokoto aba no anye kwan papa kese confusion akwa kwa ebasa nto no de abato no nsunsanso no gitumenye yie nti ode asem no nyina eko akwakodan court na opani a odi nkunim wa abato no mo eye owura Bernard Muna ono soso no ejamama no tuasa asem de ebasa no a okakobonku no akakonifa kakra so hyefa yemua eno nti ebo pini no kokobusa ne se wate se abano mo koto ye no a obo sese wadi nkunim no ne one ne kosi akan no enyi nsunsanso ni ntumu a wotabiri abato no nsunsanso nyina e de akwakodan court wana eno yese onokra ne ho adwiri no ne nwanwa babi a wo mo ababedrui se ne abano esi ekoye ene se ne osi etwe abai mu na sowura ne se wonte ase a odwene ho a wonte ase bia.
David Akpasara is one of the persons who have helped the party. Despite that, he has also been one of the best of the party. He has been 3 times member of parliament in the name of our party. He has been national treasurer of our party. He became national or presidential candidate in the 2020 elections. That's the 2020 elections now. David Akpasara, Janet Mabula, Moses Daniba, like the conjoined triplets who decided that they will campaign and prosecute a campaign against me. In the end, Omodi Nkunim, remember that in the 2020 elections, I lost by just 31 votes difference to Moses Daniba. And I immediately took the mic and I conceded the victory to Moses Daniba and wished them well in their journey. In this one, was it 31 difference? It's almost 1,000 because he got 216. I got 1,138. So if you come and you are making all the allegations, when the landlord comes and say a tenant has sacked him from the house, then that landlord has questions to answer.
Afonti we aye PNC amanyoko na no memenda bato omokokoto ye munsema kwakwa bebrebe se fried rice woni ye mano na ura Bernard Mona odi nkunimu a odi party ne makwakwa prema mpeni adwa sesei chese enwanwa se wo fie ura no wo ba be ka kire se wo mo a wo de dan na mo ma han no aka wasi abonte na kese wo hawo hodum to fi se ura David Akpasara nsem na wo keka no ene kwansi so no so kra
na wo twena wiye ni mu no ana kanema Panyera John Dramani Mahama bo anai ko bono mantamu wanchi abato mpeso so na nan mahemfo ewo kasaye na bra wakwa no wane o mahene yo wanchi traditional council aye wasaje fo ampem amoapem tabraku ya watoso miensa akokohia ya warumudi kasase ahodo pi ero no mahene de ato nanimo a kyerese wobasra pa wanchi akwan de anya wode firi wanchi ya womu akwa ofuman ene wanchi nkronkro ahodo ye atwa ho ahia no nyame no kwasem ni sane won makwan se bia ya no atete apropa na saye John Dramani Mahama kasa na wo hyeremanfo bode a ene no obesere se won fa ne kwan no so ento na koma so na owese nyame ya adom no obetena konya so a obema wanchi akwan ayo na hiasem
na tumedi da wani si obetna akonya isu a obeboa wantimai sanse wantimai
Anuachi no ana kanema Panyera John Dramani Mahama so de baba to so se won so tie na so pempa no obaye de amom na mmom obi se o sane wanchi adahye da bia da won moto ma bade man pipi no no obi se man panyi na do se akwan no waka so akwan no wanchi no anya bia e wo fa he
now every put out she walk for 12,000 kilometers. Japan. Na America say, "Oh my yes, if you are for Japan." And there was 777 year will be over here. And so. A quite kakra near free Chobodon woman ebe pay waiting her. Yama Kofi job and a man's contract. Now Okusa also then and a vine society. A free Sabrano and a Sabrano Aka. Now Oshe Alpha College of Education and also Minya Charles Ekram Mansell. Nasa College of Education, any far College of Education, waiting for any chance, any college, and waiting chief him up. And maybe I'm a buy. And not the 2 minutes say, you need Islamic College of Education. It's a kind of way and a now, young one in Peja College, no, send a bayer, and also a Begina which may.
I was aware Kanema Panyera John Dramani Mahama to the first clinic na ye come for the mouse. One of your sciatica expert, papa. Omo branches in the dozen. I have 15 and ye tree na several crowd South African yadru. Ye wasa o sciatica ya dear no ye betua sea diama war. Na won pomona says so hoso. And it will be a what was seen tinichum wadi about namrumu. Emuya was ya a mucho chow. A more do to say the abo diano, ama on iron no. Rossa would do any better more 21st and chain. Anabuki appointment in Tammany show 0244 915 116 0244 915 116. Oh my Ghana so Yahoo no ye 0540 311 311. Mizo and 5G na ya comfort yama wo nya bia ebeboa wo. Where abusuan chamfa wo eya no de ahoden wom na te apo. Ye wo mango de wo ne o miss fruit. Emo bia no kwa adwama so na obisa. On sabeka bi ana fry e wo 0246 270221 0246 270221. Koko masete dro no aye 3 equal capsules. Abusua ye dupa na asabwa wo tu sisi yate wo koko anu wayam tim no wasema wo hoto. Awia yanko kwale na keba. Dan heba Mr. Niapidank ana to phone fray 0546 107 107 0546 107 107. So fertilizer papa now de do juma. And the no ne OCP fertilizers who and non makuafo we a boama no by no so so de hiana so beto. Your OCP NPK 15 and now your OCP NPK 10 2010 Fry 0555 909 437 0555 909 437. Cloud internet in ye internet papa ebeboa CCTV camera be install be diamond digital security locks de yana so akotop hi yana lava fm din hwe animu 0202 699 110 0202 699 110. Express group near de home so ya sell person kwa Canada US UK New Zealand Holland and the kaka hono a express wo Kumasi wasafo labor runabout and crying Kaneshi first light to be huye. Fre was 0249 000448 0249 000448. I was so ya general so na ya tonkaya ba ni aketri no ye de beto so
21st clinic yes sciatica expert sciatica no o nerves na wo to ase na fa wo siremu na fa wo nansia be si ase ho no se ho techema eno ene fa ne sciatica na etimi bubu o to ase ka wo se dwe wo sirem wo je ho ba bia enye na no na 21st clinic ba ya adwuma pa wo mu yenti abaso bo ma je no Ghana ha ene amono ne enya asem ketua wo mu ji international awards ahodo wo mu ji local awards ahodo na anu nso na wo mu bie the only sciatica research and treatment center in Africa bibrim ha no ebi ni ba bia ji 21st clinic nko wo mu dia bibiduro ene besa o yare no masa de machine aka ho eya yare sabia yare bia wutimi de ko ne mama ade pa ko a wo ma gidi wo mu pa no eye sciatica ena stroke nso de kwa diabetes ne hypertension ne ade ne ade Ghana ha ba bia wo mu ho 0540 311 311 0540 311 311. That's a 21st clinic. Woman is sciatica expert.
Introducing Mixer 5G Sparkling Drink, a whole new refreshment in a can. Mixer 5G is a tasty non-alcoholic drink. It is a perfect companion for all your events, including parties, weddings, and funerals. It is made with green tea, ginseng, guarana, grapes, and grapefruit. Get refreshed with Mixer 5G Sparkling Drink. For bulk purchases, contact 0246 270 221. This advert is FDA approved.
Brakasa ye duabon waso a ne dwumedi wo nipadua biara pom den ene na brabo mu ne hiye pa enye brakasa nko nuaba ne haban bi te se ko nsusu a abonwono ne dia akeka ho no kura enwanunu ahodo a ekọ animu yi ankasa brakasa ne sa nuaba yi binom ne akeka bobudi afa abefo kwan so a ye de aye brakasa powder siesi nipadua na abakwa ahodo no ho ban afrimpani yade ne yade ahodo pi ho fa enkodate de ma baako freduane anopa ne anwumre anafa enkodate de ma baako woni suhie yeti anopa ne anwumre wobra wodidi awie ubenya prekese powder to Kingswalk Herbal ne Heroes Herbal Accra Okesi Drug Lane Dani Herbal Kumase Mensa Takrade Mose Pharmacy ne Greenlight Pharmacy Sunwane Kashenkari Supermarket Asantoa Herbal ne Bibidro Depot Techiman Sewa Herbal Mampong etufo mfre 0550 19 15 14 prekese powder aduane san yedru FD ahwehwe sankratu emu agiatum
hey sewa me hu acho me na no me bisa ekra so kwa brochu
Kwaku afeina mebeko men krata krani
hey eni me ma connection man for den kofo sika aduane ni wanya otu adidi musa no
oh Express Group adarumenti akwento ayefo opese otu kwan kosua dia Express Group do be call mind be to say Canada, US, Australia, UK and Germany say a tour na say visiting so Express Group do be call Dubai, Canada, US, Australia and Germany mo amopese motu kwan koye adwuma nso obetimi de wako Dubai, Qatar and South Korea. If you also want to take international tests like SAT, IELTS, TOEFL, GRE, GMAT, they can help you pass easily. They can also help you secure a good job in the UK. You should mention a kwai wo Kumasi Asafule Roundabout Hwa Accra so Omo Carnation First Light Tema Omo Community 18 Lashebi Girl Filling Station. From more Ahumacho for ISO 055-555-0067 and 0249-000448.
Here in Ghana, when it comes to chicken, the good old days are back. Why? Because Boris B's Chicken, BBC, is here. Yep, give your family and loved ones Boris B's Chicken. Fresh, tasty, delicious. Boris B's Chicken is produced right here in Ghana by our cherished poultry farmers with support from the Ministry of Agric. Get whole frozen chicken, gizzard, chicken feet, chicken neck, and chicken liver for those special family meals, buffets, picnics, funerals, and all restaurants. Get Boris B's Chicken. It's halal, so everybody can enjoy. Wherever you are, call Boris B's Farms hotline 05-444-444-53. Ask for our branch that is closest to you and come get your chicken. Boris B's Chicken, BBC, proudly a Fiakoko.
TV Emma Aketiapa.
Toa ensem no so adiama na awakofo kwabna bonsu ya wotoso mienu ayadanse don paso hene eno de ato Ghana fo nim se wabasera papa pasa fia bato ya baba to no yamana nya asumdue sabi onya mabro ene se kantwe sansa abato we eye kyera wadwen na menkyera madwen ti so no obi adwen kwa benkromu a eno nkyera se entokwansi
account do that again. I buy it to okay, no one here pass my pass was. They dey am to me asem ni na na papo yin na do mo ka kire me no me aso say pray mo draw asumdie wo mo dance an ma do pass it ni kan ya ka say to so here the message say dey na wo no man for mo fa sa ma me na mo fa so die me bento fa me be wo ti ka me dia bring so bia ko to na baboko ko to baboko do pe bia no bi se wa se bi
and watching a lawyer Andrew Amwakwesi Mamma Sabajania. Our dancer from an about 1 person. What is a casacra?
And then you hand your by Okofo anniversary now. Yeah, health work. To do hand your senior. You made the year, share contract against CBSC. Until we just came to monitor what is going on. So far, so good. Fine. 1 or 2 people are raising some concerns. And I hope a bedrock contract and attention to it. But so far, so good. What we are doing here is we are doing community center for the community of Dopasi. In such a way, sir, we host almost every program here. Social program, religious program, traditional programs. Program via more or less about bringing people together. That's right, yeah. The design is a multi-purpose design to cater for almost every programmer. If you see bit my within the community. And
I was away a lawyer Andrew Siamano. Where I'm Rasha Johnny a dance for me now.
I was a 4 year form for dance for me about on Persuasona Fayam for more encore as soon as for South about on Persuaso a war half month no more. Now the year Titian yes and I watch a year MPP and DC for the boom and my etuina to tell you what as soon as for South about on Persuaso a war half month no more. Now as some Nakobasano says here Quaco and Precotus MPP for say NDC for a 2-2 no and NDC for so chese there be a MPP for mum and a 2-2 no ema basa ye e so Sompa FM ne Sompa TV nsɛmtwerɛfo ne owura na enwebi atwam oboabo mabuna no de man pipi amanyuku no ɛwɔ Esunafo South abatom pesua so owura Prince Boachi Yadom edi nkomo ema ochechi nsɛmu sei ɛde hyɛ de na MPP for ya yɛse NDC fo ko twam a kikiri baayɛ ɛma etuo kasa ya yɛse ne bi ma prepra gugu hospital no Prince Boachi Yadom echichi mu sei de kyerɛ yɛn
Nenfa achopa dia MPP rally Dr. Mustafa Abdulhamid Baye na incident we see 7 September as constituency youth organizer they were not going to say youth connect Esunafo South Kuba from Upper Nursing Training College and program into 3 sections. First section Dr. Mustafa Abdulhamid, our Chief Executive Officer, National Petroleum Authority, Initial Imams, Rainbow Chief, Esunafo South, District Capital, IFM Kuku, and an upon 9 to 10. Now we are our youth connect national weapon, maybe a 22, we are 12. We are of course some quarry. We share Rainbow Chief, so more some quarry, and then impact as constituency youth organizer, we be ups and down. The Kuku never cover 20 minutes. I'm not shake many party executive media about the next program I have as advanced team. And see, Kuku cut 20 minutes now. And I send the back up on the share, said the beer cost of the back. The shake on the blue couple, the blue couple, and you see now I'm a coach and I'm first on the back program. I say, gunshot be akoso
Abzafo nti we Esunafo South abatom pesua so afomantem no mo eno no opani a enwe atwam no oboabo MPP mabuna no edema wo no pesua no so Prince Boachi Yadom na ocheche ne nsem no akire ye ne NDC constituency secretary awo empotemo no mo Benjamin Yinka eso edi nkomo no so no echechero mo de mu sei kire yen
Esunafo South no ana omodo wo ya ayesa anema no na 2004 2008 America no spokesperson for Yabuacha and a minister for Hafo ebe just in peace kukum ka che yen say come on now spokesperson for Yabuacha no just in be ebe ko so Esunafo South a MP for na bi no na omosa da che NDC for so omo ne ko ye aga ye omo dia omo Esunafo da na we kuku input di na wo yen na wo tin dia we na make che mu onjero ya na say popo ko dia no mu 6 police stations na how to about na MPP na afi omo dane omo free MPP aba NDC no na do so kai na nipa ba ko a MPP ni kesi a wosisi aba NDC any young fruit atotrum baby a ebe popo na minia MPP for rai popo a nipa ama na so nipa na ko mo party ni wa ono no party na wo hire so be NDC no woni ye fruit ni na ya dele no ala ni fie wo be no rai na chi na o tumako ala MPP for attacking no Johnny, at the old general, yeah, 30 from that, if you 30 meters away from the MP4 area, you know, and the old general talk upon and the rubber policy. And the rubber policy, like I said, Capana air taxes, Mr. we are paying 80 years. And above, we're paying Mr. Party here, object will not be good, okay, and Mr. Come on, but who is Alamoko, and yet, Omu Papano, if you don't cry,
Abzanfora Benjamin Yinka NDC twatwafo ewo Esunafo South abatom pesua so ena ono so cheche ni diemu ede ekireye
I will say you know we so na the nsem ni nyina asi asida kwadia makoko Veronica Jando akosua so moya Grace Buzi Reverend Michael Happy ene enkaye no yaso abatena second kan yeyi ayeme akosua ajewa kwadia boaten mene
nana ya abo amalibia boga
I was sorry so some pankomo etoso